go-karts are awesome.
Yeah.
So are we going to see you at all back up Sunset before the end of the season?
So I know you did mention your racing season is done. What is the
No.
plans for the 2014?
We're done for the year. We got next 3 weekends are all covered.
Just saying.
Family stuff.
Just saying,
Family
Chris.
comes first. But
Well, I know. Well, that car doesn't go with you, does it? I mean, just saying. I can sit there and announce. I can actually have widescreen come up and announce. I mean, all it's going to do is one race. I can sit there.
He's a crew chief on a modified.
He's on the fire crew and stuff now. We're not even talking about that. So I can sit there and I can pull in the infield and then run back across and grab the mic and just do the races
This is
again.
getting way out of hand.
Just
bring your headset. And
I have my helmet and stuff.
in the helmet.
That's what I do. We're actually in the process for next season.
We got some cool stuff.
We have some cool stuff.
It's going to blow
some
fans'
more
minds.
in-car audio
cool.
and yeah. I mean, I'm just saying you could be the first person next season to have that in your helmet.
It's going to be a fun deal. So, again, whatever we can do to help that series and
Absolutely.
street stock here in the Northwest, Chris, we're behind you 100%, man.
I'd like to have some kind of schedule done by the swap meet. I'd like to have something to where we can hand out. I've already got Madras Speedway on board. Those guys
So you've
already
got
said
Madras, you've got Sunset, you've got Willamette.
we got the 2 races at Sunset.
2 at Sunset. You've got Willamette. You've got Cottage Grove.
Talking about Elma.
That would be
Now,
awesome.
if we can just get Southern Oregon jump on board, you got 7 racetracks.
Hold on.
Coos Bay, too.
Could you
Coos Bay,
imagine running Elma?
Roseburg. There's 10 tracks
That
right
would
there.
be.
And then maybe we're talking about Eureka, too, or Wairika.
I like it.
So
You're gonna
it's
draw the
almo-
California guys up in
So
the
it's
series.
almost going to be like like the IMCA when we do speed weeks.
I think it'd be awesome.
Kind of, but we're going to spread it out. We're not
Right.
gonna, there's not a lot of fans that show up to the races during the week unless
Right.
they're hardcore fans.
Right.
And what I was thinking is we'll do the finale. It'll be kind of the road to the Iron Giant.
Right.
The Iron Giant will be the finale.
God,
Love it.
That'll be
so
Labor
cool.
Day weekend. Same thing that we did this year, but I want to make it bigger. I want to have 100 cars there next year. They're talking
He's not
about
messing
eliminating.
around.
Hold on. Let's talk about this.
He's
So we
not
had
messing around,
we had
folks.
50 some odd cars, 56 cars that showed up.
Yeah.
To have 44 more cars show up, or 54 more cars, 44 cars. It's not math. It's Washington. Don't worry about it. If we have a little bit more cars, that is insane. So, go ahead, white screen.
100 cars. Chris Sine just said he wants 100 street stocks.
Next Labor Day.
Next Labor
year.
Day at the Iron Giant.
So what do
you
we?
know
I
what?
think we can do it.
I think
My
so.
money's on
I
you,
think we can
buddy.
do it.
I know you promoted that race for 60 days and had 57 cars. You give this guy a year to do it, there'll be 100
So
cars.
if it's 90 days, could you imagine what he could do for the whole year and a half?
Why are we just stopping at 100 cars?
So,
That's my goal. Well, we set a goal at 40 last time, and
How'd you do?
we blew it out of the water.
Yeah, you did.
So
Yeah,
100
I mean-
cars, blow it out of the water?
I did the Wallbanger Cup 2 years ago, or last year, and we wanted to make it the biggest street stock race in the Northwest. The Jim's 100 was 1,000 to win, so we're like, all right, we'll make it 1,026.
Mark Howard's number 26.
26.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then beginning of this year, before the race season even started, I was like, well, it's the 10th annual. I want to make it 2,600 to win,
Boom.
and
And he did it.
set a goal, and shoot, we blew that one out the water too. And
Yep.
we had 28 cars there that night, I think it was. And then this one, we wanted to make it 2,000 to win, but right there at the last minute, we had everyone come together, and next thing you know,
Everybody came together and made that show.
we doubled the payout, and we doubled the car count as the Wallbanger, which was unbelievable. The drivers put on.
Are we going to keep
one
the Iron
show.
Giant at 50 laps?
No, it's gonna be 100 next year.
It's going to be a 100-lapper next year. Okay.
Especially if-
100.
So, Chris, with that being said, I'm telling you right now on the air, Jetstream Aqua Massage has laps 1, 28, 50, and 100. You got your first 4 laps sold.
All right, we'll put you on there.
All right. 128, 50, and 100. Jetstream Aqua Massage.
I'll be leading the last one.
Well, that's kind of the goal. That's the one that pays the money, right?
That's right.
You bet. I love it. That's an awesome deal. So, so your racing season's over.
Mm-hmm.
Next 3 weeks, family stuff. Are we gonna see you do anything with a racetrack anytime soon?
It's already time to start on the race cars.
Look at this. This guy is not messing around.
So that's
April's going to have a whole new body on her car. We're going to put a new motor in her car. We're probably going to put a new rear end, and then we're going to do weight jacks and new front end on it. So it's going to be a complete different car.
Man,
Just the roll cage would be about the same.
she's gonna win some features.
Well, I'm telling you what, when she was out front of Chris, I was.
And I'll tell you right now. You watch Chris working. We were watching you
Well,
working.
that's the thing.
I didn't give it to her.
No, absolutely not.
I
And she's not going to let you take it either.
I sat there and
No.
made a comment too to Corey, and I said, "Hey, I said, do you think, having April out front? I said, do you think he's gonna?" And Corey sat there and he says, "You know what?" He says, "Chris doesn't give anything to anybody. It doesn't matter. He'll put the friggin' bumper to her or whatever like that to let her know that he's there." And I knew that she knew that you were there.
Yeah, because I pulled up beside her during the caution
Yeah,
just to let her
saw
know.
that.
And did she wave at you?
No, she has her race face on.
Yeah, she's focused, and that's the thing too.
Remember what I said when he was behind her?
Yeah,
I said he's going to go as hard as he can. He's not going to give this to her. And what was my quote?
I don't know. There's a lot of action going on.
All dogs must chase the cat.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That is exactly what he said, and
Nice.
that's exactly what happened too. Because she came home with a victory.
she did. She
it
won
was-
that heat race,
Yeah,
right?
she won
Yeah,
that heat
she
race.
won
it. Yeah.
She won it by 5 car lengths.
I don't know about that.
Listen, it was. Listen, this is you can have your story all that day. When she came down the backstretch, and you guys were side by side, and then I looked at Corey. I said, "You watch." I said, she's going to go right back to the top side. I said, because the prior to is she try to diamond it, she'd go down low and then she'd come back up or whatever. I said she's going to take his line away, and your whole line was up on the top side to get a run on her. I'll tell you what. As soon as she took the green out of turn number 4,
She went down the
she
hill.
was gone.
down
And I
the
was
hill,
like,
took the
whoa!
line. And,
It's like, what the hell? I mean, she totally did the opposite of anything that I thought she was going to do, and she was she was gone. She ran the middle out of 1 and 2, came back up, had that right rear. Literally, I could have swore if the quarter panel was out any further, it probably took it off. Because she got that right rear. You could see where she kind of came up,
She's a
hit
race
that
car
berm,
driver.
and then came back down. She is people sit there and say, girls aren't racers. I'll tell you what, you start looking at some of these females and stuff that are out there, it doesn't matter. As soon as that helmet gets on, there's competition and stuff I wouldn't sit there and put myself up against because they're that good. I mean, I would.
Well, look who the points leader is at Willamette Speedway right now.
A young lady.
A rookie.
That's right,
Woman.
a rookie.
17 years old.
Beating a veteran that's been doing it over 40 years of Jody Tanner.
She's got 1 win. She's been consistent and smooth.
I've ran my
and-
butt off, and next thing you know, you see that red and white 13 car go
Yeah.
flying by you.
Yeah,
right?
She's done a
I've
heck
been
of a job this
Passed
year.
by McKenzie, and Talon's been right there battling, and
Yep.
Talon had a good run. Didn't have
Freya
much
was
of a run.
fast at the Iron Giant.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of fast female
You
drivers.
got
April
Mandy
and-
too, and
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and Mandy Clark actually just talked to us a little bit ago. She hasn't been in a car in 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Joey sat there and says that they're going to run the last race at Sunset, and then that car will be hers. She'll get a new body and everything on it, but Tardio is making his building a whole brand new street stock for next season.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's ready to go. He's ready to do this. I was talking about trying to get into a super sport with the sideboards and stuff. The opportunity and stuff came up to me here a couple days ago, and I can get into one for some pretty good low money, turnkey. But talking about the street stock deal, I think the street stock is the way to go.
Man, the street
I
stocks.
mean, you're only going to
mean-
spend, $5-6 grand on a really, really, really good competitive car.
championship capable car.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
I'm just saying, taxes are coming up real quick. There'll be some cars out there.
There's a lot right now.
You got a baby on the way. You ain't racing next year.
Hey,
no,
she told me I could
Yeah, well, she.
if I find the money.
Yeah, good luck with
Be
that.
smart, buddy.
So I've got a question for you, Joel, and I'm asking you because the response I got from your driver was a little confusing. So we're starting to move into the end of the season where Josh and I will be with Mike Patterson down at the Bud Nationals, and I sent a text. I sent a lot of texts out yesterday trying to see, getting a feel who's going down, who's thinking about going down, and I got an answer from your driver. I said, "Hey, are you going to the Budweiser Nationals? Are you racing the Budweiser Nationals?" And the response I got, I don't know what this means, was wrong no. Are you guys going or not? What is wrong? I mean,
Well, we talked last week
Mm-hmm.
to Mr. Matthew
and it was
Drager.
and that's why I said that because we had talked and it was a possibility.
Well, he
but-
said that he might not even have his car. That if the opportunity came up, his car would be gone, the car that he has now, and then he'd be getting a new car and wouldn't so-called be ready to go down there.
Uh huh.
Is that still, or we'll just put it like this because you're kind of pacing around there. It's almost like you have something to say.
I've got a lot to say.
Okay, so update me. Is this
That right there. To be honest with you,
Yeah, we like that.
we have a new chassis on the way.
Well, we know that part.
We know that part. So we're going to count you out. You're not going to the Bud Nationals.
We have a new chassis on the way, and Sarah is leaving.
Okay.
So
Sarah
Sarah,
and the thing too is that with Matthew and I, as detail oriented as we are with that car, I mean,
Right.
this last season it
won't be done
it went
till
down
next June.
every nut, every bolt.
yeah, we saw it. We saw it here at the car show.
I mean, you
Without
guys
a
saw how
transmission.
it came back. I mean,
Right.
compared to how it ended last season versus how it came here for the car show, basically a brand new reman car.
Okay.
You can't put old parts on a new car.
I won't argue with you on that one, but
We're going to have to go through everything. Now, to do that, to go from a bare chassis to a full turnkey car,
You can do it in a weekend.
no. Not the way that we do it.
no, those
I
guys
mean,
are,
in reality, how many mechanical failures have you seen out of the 21A this year?
yeah, that's true.
I haven't been
Not
down there,
many.
but I haven't seen any.
Not
We-
many, if any.
We don't do it.
Yeah,
That's the one thing. If in order to win the race,
You
you
gotta
have to
first
finish
to
the
win it.
race.
absolutely.
So we've got to make sure that car's ready. We already know the driver can do it. We saw it at Strawberry. Well, time out. You all saw it at Strawberry
You
Cup.
were in
I
Hawaii.
saw a palm tree.
Uh-huh.
So Budweiser Nationals, it's on the radar. I doubt it'll happen unless we get
well,
a ride.
that sucks. But, there's a lot of guys that are looking to partner up with somebody. I know
It's-
we talked with Michael Melton and Kenny Miller. We've talked with some other guys.
Well, Michael Melton's got a brand new car.
Right. And, well, not brand new, but new to him. But it's a good race car.
It's a
But,
very good race car.
We're talking, there's a lot of guys out there looking to double up. If like Breakall, I think he's going to have a little bit of room in his trailer if he decides to go. Maybe someone can out there, like Tim Archer, who's maybe thinking about going. Throw your car in the trailer and double up on it. Split the cost. Keeps it cheap for everybody. We've got some. I've talked to some late model drivers that are saying yes, we're going, and some are saying maybe.
Right.
Not quite sure yet, but we do know the California guys are going to be there, and I'm telling you, you've got to bring your A game at the Bud Nationals because we're going to see, like every year in the past, and we're going to count, the classes are going to be there. You're going to see 140 to 165, 170 cars. That's,
Oh, absolutely.
and count on it. And that's going from street stocks all the way up through the late models and, their American stocks. It's a cool class. This is kind of like a
pure stock class?
Well, no, that's a really interesting class because it's kind of a combination of our sportsmen and their street stocks. They kind of they like the rules we were talking about. You'll see these guys with you take a Nova, and they'll put an aluminum body on it, but they've got to run DOT tires, and I mean it's a very it's kind of like you meld the two cars together, and it's an interesting class, but they get down.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be. Wait till you see this stuff, Josh.
Well, I've seen some videos of stuff on it.
The American stocks down there are a fun class, the street stocks. Then you get up, the big nasty late models up there, and the Bud Nationals. If you haven't seen this, and we're working on some things with Scott Schweitzer. We're trying to get some racer rates for local hotel rooms for people that do travel. They can say, hey, we're with the racetrack, get a discount on your room, and that stuff. So that's in the make. What's actually working on right now. We're trying to get a I don't want to say party bus, but a bus at discounted rates for people that want to travel, that don't want to drive, jump on the bus, shoot on down to Bakersfield, and
we should get a hold of the Bolt bus.
Well, we're talking with some other establishments as far as getting a bus to load people on to keep it cheap to travel.
Yeah.
So they can put in what is it, $70 or whatever it might be to get down there and back and
widescreen's already breaking stuff.
Yeah,
you see that?
Yeah.
Just had to play with something.
So with the Bud Nationals, been talking with Scott extensively the last couple of days on the phone and talking with Mike Patterson. Some big news with Moxie going on down there. We won't break that yet, but it's coming. You know what I'm talking
the
about.
The text message and stuff that we got, you're talking about the multiple text message that you sent out and just the replies and then what Mike's working on.
Right. And thank God we've got Mike down there working on it. Yeah.
Right? Because it took
doing what he's
probably
doing.
75% of the stress off because of what he's doing, and he's right down there. I mean, it's
well, he's there. He's in their face. He's talking with them.
Right.
He's interacting, and that's hard to do long distance over the phone or whatever. But we're stepping it up. We're stepping it up, and it's going to